and ma'am and all of that. And they,
Bro,
we, it's all that.
and that's the thing. Now they got pronouns where a person identifies as they.
Yeah.
That's plural.
Yeah.
How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Or we, I don't identify as a man anymore. I identify as we.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean, man?
Total confusion. We are leisure.
Right.
Real though.
They're being filled with wine, man. Esau spoon feeding them with that wine, man. You know? That's sick, man.
Damn. Just thinking about this shit vexes you,
This
man.
is how you know this is the same serpent going back to the garden.
Yep. Saying, let's explore all this evil, good and evil.
And the Lord told Adam, which her Eve following Adam, she knew what the consequence was. He said you can eat of this tree over here, but don't eat of that. But if you eat of that, you're gonna die. You will die.
You surely die.
You will surely die.
Mm-hmm.
What did the serpent tell her? Oh no, you're not gonna die. You know?
You'll be like a god.
You'll be like a god or a goddess. So the same thing with this devil, how he's handling this generation in the school system. If you listen to what we're indoctrinating you with, you're going to be open-minded, you're going to be educated, you're going to be successful. It's progressive.
This devil knows no new trick. Same thing he's saying, same tactic he's using.
Same tactic.
With the jab.
Come.
Same exact tactic.
Exactly.
If everybody does it, then we're all the same. No, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do those things. If everybody just loves everybody, I don't want to do that. I like a particular feminine XX, you know. I don't like that other stuff. That is not my preference. I like having a natural immune system. And my God gene, I enjoy those things.
Right.
You know, but they don't want you to have all. It's the same tactic of shaming you into being like everybody else, going along with everything that's going on.
Yep.
Making life easier for them.
Yeah.
You know, because they look out for each other when they die. Make sure that they get hired and have a good position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they don't have a problem with you killing a nigga, spraying up a block, you know, kidnapping kids. You can do all that on a record. But the moment you say something towards that community, it's over with.
Sticks and stones. Hey, this new one was better than we thought. He wasn't even telling jokes no more. He was just saying, hey, we got to be able to talk about y'all too.
Right.
Talk about it, and that's why in the Sticks and Stones, when Dave Chappelle was talking about standards and practices, y'all seen that one when he was like, you know, you can't use the word faggot, and you know.
He about to get his strike, bro. Shit.
But he said, well, hey, how come I can use the word nigga with impunity though?
Right.
He said, Dave, well, you're not gay. He said, I'm not a nigga either.
Right.
Like that joke, if that wasn't a joke, that's the mind state. How come we can joke about everything else, but we can't joke about y'all?
Hey, same
Find
thing.
out who's in control by who you can't talk about.
Hey, same thing with YouTube.
Yep.
What we're talking right now is an offense. It can get strikes right off top, just for speaking up rightly. But yet, there's algorithms on there where you can watch child soft porn on YouTube. Softcore porn of children on YouTube. That same platform that say you get a strike if you say a mo is you know.
Or speak on the small hats.
Speak on the fucking the sauce, the juice. You know what I mean?
Bro,
And that shows you the hypocrisy of this devil too.
fine.
But that's an example of them calling good evil and evil good.
Yeah.
You know, putting light for darkness and darkness for light, man. When the society gets to that point, you already know the Heavenly Father got judgment impending, man.
And we just talked about it way back. Still got more?
It's you remember me, you and the car, y'all was watching it at the crib. It's a documentary on YouTube right now of the curses of Jake,
Yeah.
they showed him doing crack, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They show going through the crack houses, showing Jake getting the fights,
Oh,
getting
yeah.
stabbed and all that stuff.
Chicks
That's
blowing him, the
bro,
crackhead, house leaders guys.
still on YouTube.
Yep.
Still on YouTube. How doesn't that violate community guidelines?
You can see when, you know,
I bet that shit ain't age censored or nothing.
Bro,
it's
that
not
video
no.
from like
See,
2012.
They
bro.
love to showcase our dysfunctionality.
Yep.
They love to see us degenerate. They love to see us, you know, not
Yeah, I know
you know, basically, when our morals are compromised and seeing us in this condition, defiled, they love showcasing that. But when Jake started to stand up for righteousness, it's pretty much counter.
No, World Star Hip Hop. You don't got World Star Hip Hop for Edomites,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Watch Jake jack up.
And that's Lamentations, the second chapter. We mentioned that
Right
earlier.
now.
It's Lamentations 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for.
It's fucked up because they make it look like we did this to ourselves, but they have nothing to do with this. Now we did, but you aided it. You forwarded the infliction. Talking about the Edomites that are in groups. You didn't make it a law that we couldn't do certain shit or that nobody could do it. It's against the law.
Yeah.
But we didn't go bring guns and drugs into our own neighborhood and create the whole idea of gangs. We didn't create that shit like that.
We didn't.
You perpetuate that and you allow it in the music. Now the mantra of that is going to circle around to where we at now, killing each other.
We don't build liquor stores or none of that
Selling
shit.
poison out of it, right?
Distribute alcohol.
And that's why it says in Habakkuk, the second chapter, woe to you that put up the bottle to his neighbor and make him drunken, that you may look upon his nakedness. Right? Jake is just exposed to all level of, you know, witchcraft and wicked behavior. And that's all Jake know. That becomes their culture. That's all black culture is. Degeneracy and self-genocide, man. And Esau gets to sit back and look at Jake, just be like, you wonder why we dehumanizes you. You wonder why, you know, why we look down upon you, look at you as less than human, while contributing to you. You know, but that's how they see us. Going back to Lamentations 2. All right. Matter of fact, that's another one. I think it's in Micah 4.
You got it?
Found it. Yep.
Micah 4 and 11 says, now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say,
And those nations pursuant to Psalms 83.
Yep.
They make a tumult.
Yep.
They're confederate.
There's no more remembrance.
Yeah. You know, cut them off from being a nation. You know, cut us off from our original heritage, man. You know, basically keep them in a dead state. Let's not suffer them to be put in graves. Keep them spiritually dead. All right, hey, vocab. If we was all just still Christians, we was all still, you know, feminine, and you know, we were just about this world, them Christians wouldn't have shit to say about us.
He'd be out of a
They
job.
They don't even speak about that. The shit that go on in Chicago, these little gang-infested, crime-infested neighborhoods. They don't talk about that. They rather talk about men that have turned to the Lord and try to clean themselves up in righteousness.
Bro, they don't even talk about the degeneracy in the Christian church, especially among the black church, man.
Yeah.
All type of adultery going on, you know, homosexuality. They let moles in the church. They let dykes be the damn pastor and teach the congregation. You know what I'm saying? And we know what the scriptures say, suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in subjection. They do the opposite in the church. But they ain't going to address those things. They addressing the fact that we're coming back to righteousness. That we're repentant, we're returning back to our creator, man, our maker, the Holy One. You know? They'd rather see us in this dumbified state, man. Just bugged the hell out, spaced out, man. They like to see an animated coon ass nigga, a feminine, emotional ass nigga. That's how Esau. That's a fantasy for Esau, man. A little Nas X. What's his name? Dwayne Wade's son. Zaire Wade.
No. Zaire is a good one.
Zion.
Zion. I thought it was Zaire too. Yes.
As long as you like that, hey, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's when Black Lives Matter. You know? And that's the type of people that support that degeneracy that's coming out on behalf of Black Lives Matter. You Jakes better wake the hell up, man.
To land back off what you're saying as well, a article came out that the Pope even condemned the Catholic Church. Even though we understand, you know, he's still into those sexual and moral acts with the children and things like that. Hey, but vocab never touched on that. They'll never touch on nothing that they do. Hey, and that's public information, man. You know, everybody know that they touch the little kids.
Oh, Boy Scouts.
Yeah, hey, NAMBLA.
Yeah.
It's a National Association of Man-Boy Love. That's what the association is called. Nobody speaks out on this except the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man.
And you know the emblem or the logo
Of NAMBLA?
Yeah, it's like a double triangle or something like that. I've seen that symbol in the midst of a LGBT. It was like at a Black Lives Matter rally, but it was like on the street, and it had like the LGBTQ emblem, but it also had that pedophilia emblem at the end, attached at the end of it.
Gun. We did the lesson, that was like 2-3 years ago, where it had the poster of the LGBT and it had a P at the end of it.
Yeah.
For pedophilia.
Yeah.
That's not a pansexual.
Con.
That same fist they use for BLM is the same fist that they use for the. It's like some type of thing that the small hats have for like their anti defamation league or some shit like that. It's just all these symbols are recycled. You know.
So you're really commemorating the original idea.
Yeah.
That's a symbol for Pizzagate too. Pizzagate, yeah.
And let me tie it back to because these are all the things that's going on, or that was going on in the time of Noah, right before the flood.
Yep.
Right when after that, when Sodom and Gomorrah also.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's why the brother gonna get Wisdom of Solomon 14. It goes into all that too.
Wisdom of Solomon.
And it's a result of idolatry. You know, these people that worship these idols, they're very twisted in their ideology. All right, because they like them black unconscious dudes. Why these dudes keep getting caught up with all this sexual deviancy? You know?
Yeah.
Why all these scandals, you know, is coming up? Why are these dudes so freaky over there, man? Well, look at the idols that they serve. Them Egyptians, they was all about sexual immorality, man.
Yeah.
Sex magic, you know, conjuring up spirits,
What's the
casting
one?
spells and shit.
What's the one they not worship, but it's like she was like a god, not god, but like I want to say a pharaoh in Egypt, like damn, Cleopatra. Yeah, she was a big hoe, I heard. Yeah.
She was the devil though. She
Yeah.
was straight up Edom like. Cause them Greeks, they adopted from those ancient Hamites.
She was around the time when they were ruling